most reasonable thing you can do when you fall in love with the Omega Speedmaster 57 is to save up and buy an Omega Speedmaster 57. I did fall in love with the Omega Speedmaster, but I couldn't wait or save up for it. So I jumped into the watch collector's favorite Chinese e-commerce website, Temu. Wait a minute. No, that's AliExpress. A couple of weeks later, the Pagani Design PD 1766 arrived in this winter green color, in the usual Pagani Design box with the Pagani Design cloth and the Pagani Design unsigned 2-year warranty card. One thing to note though is that the dial color is uniform as opposed to the pictures that were posted in the offer. This watch retails for around 65 USD and prices might vary. I will leave a few price suggestions in the description. What makes this watch special? Is it any good? Would I recommend this watch to anyone? Let's answer these questions. Here are the watch dimensions. Nothing really special. 40-20 combination. The lug to lug is a bit on the extended size, 48mm. This watch is thick at 14mm thanks to the slightly domed sapphire crystal and the elevated bezel. With the bracelet adjusted to my wrist, it weighs 130 grams. The case finishing is good, a combination of brushed and polished surfaces. The tachymeter markings are engraved and filled in black. The brushed sides house the crown and pushers. For the life of me, I couldn't remove the protective film from the pushers, so I just gave up. We have a signed screw down crown offering this watch 100 meters of water resistance. The crown action is a bit rough, not as smooth as other watches I reviewed, but it's manageable once you get used to it. The case back is your standard screw down, Pagani Design branded with the reference of the watch and some specs. Let's go back to that dial. I love the green color. I chose this one over the black and blue dials. We have applied metallic indices. The outside chapter ring is painted in black. This dial could have looked way better if it was a fade to black around the extremities, just like the offer photos. We have a triangle marker at the 12. Pagani Design logo just under it. On the bottom side of the pinion, there is your confirmation that this is a chronograph and the reassurance of 100 meters of water resistance in case your yacht breaks down and you have to swim all the way back to the shore. Talking about yachts, it's time for a word from our video sponsor today. I'm just joking. No one in their right mind would sponsor this channel. However, if you'd like to be my sponsor, I would really appreciate it if you could leave a like and maybe consider subscribing. Thank you so much. Of course, it's not a chronograph without subdials, and we have two of them here. One of these is useless in my opinion, but it's kind of related to the movement in this watch. That is the 24 hours subdial. Unless I live in the Arctic Circle or in a post-apocalypse bunker, I know if it's AM or PM. The left side subdial is a 60 minutes counter. There is no seconds hand in this watch. You'll just have to trust that it's running until that one morning you will be running late to work. That is your cue to change the battery. That's also too bad for hacking lovers. You can do it here, but it's gonna be a little bit difficult. The hour hand is arrow style, but I particularly love the sword style minute hand because it reaches all the way to outside chapter ring and therefore gives maximum legibility. The lume on this watch is what you'd expect at this price point. Average performance of blue luminescence on the hands and on the markers. The domed sapphire crystal is very nice. I like how it distorts the dial and it's good enough when it comes to light reflections. This watch is powered by the Seiko VK64 Beka Quartz movement, offering that smooth sweeping chronograph hand that mimics a mechanical watch. This movement has a date wheel, but Pagani skipped that, which I personally don't mind that much. Honestly, it wouldn't bother if there was a 6 o'clock date window. Just like in the Omega Speedmaster, this watch is homaging. You gotta pull the crown to the second position to adjust the time, as the first one is a ghost date. To start the chronograph, press the top pusher and do it firmly. Chronograph hand will start sweeping. One full revolution makes the left subdial move by 1 increment. To stop the chronograph, you press the same top pusher. To reset, press the bottom pusher and the chronograph hand instantly resets to 12. There's a problem with the dial though. If you look closely, the black circles around the chronograph dials are asymmetrical. That is not something we can see in the Pagani Design store pictures, and it's not a feature of the Omega Speedmaster 57. So I guess it's just a quality control issue. Talking about quality control issues, this bracelet is a mixed bag. On the one hand, we have solid links and solid end links. The female end links allows the watch to wrap around the wrist. However, it's also a butterfly clasp without any half links. It's difficult to get the perfect fit, and the clasp is also clunky, and I don't trust it at all. It failed many times while I was outside. I fear to lose the watch. In hindsight, I would have picked the leather strap option. How does this watch wear? Pretty comfortably on my 6.25-inch wrist. The watch feels balanced. I like how the bracelet hugs the wrist thanks to the female end links, and overall I'm pretty satisfied with how it wears on my wrist. This Pagani Design remains faithful to the Omega Speedmaster 57, its homaging, with a few interesting changes, like skipping the date window at the 6 o'clock. The finishing is good. The bracelet can use some improvement. Would I recommend this watch? With that price, you can't really go wrong. I would just suggest to consider the leather strap option or swap the strap as soon as you receive the watch. That is if you don't want to lose the watch during your commute. However, if you want a second hand or a date window, you gotta look elsewhere. Can I suggest this Edifice homage watch of the Omega Seamaster Aquaterra? If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and consider subscribing. Thank you so much for watching.